Well, it was a game tonight where neither team was going to give an inch. You take a look at it, the lead changed hands 15 times. The score was tied 15 times. And you play that again, add 2 more minutes, and who knows what the outcome is. But that was something that I took away from this game, was just how hard San Diego State and Wyoming ended up competing to try to get a victory. And the job Stacy's done to bring this team along is truly amazing. I give her so much credit. We played them back in January, and it's a different basketball group. They've really grown as a team. And then I took a look at our group tonight. There was a lot of pressure on them. I thought Marta felt the pressure early, was talking to her, trying to lighten them up. But then I thought in overtime, this senior wasn't going to be denied. And she just kept making big shot after big shot. And then to her left, Carla Aravitz hit probably the 2 biggest free throws for us as a freshman. To be able to step to the line when we're down 2, deliver on both accounts, and then we did just enough defensively to send it into overtime. And you saw a change on our bench during that intermission between regulation and overtime, and it seemed we relaxed. They were excited again, and then I said Marta took over, and that's a great player to have on my side.
Thank you, Coach. Questions?
It's for you, Marta.
Let's get your mic just being recorded.
For you, Marta, I mean, you know, didn't play bad, but then overtime certainly something's kicked in. What was it? Did something kick in for you? What was the big difference from overtime from the rest of the game?
I mean, I don't know. Once I heard the buzzer beating, I was like, we're getting this. I don't know what it's gonna take, and I don't really care, but we're gonna get this because our team deserves to play in the championship game tomorrow. And I kind of felt like the pressure was off because that was it. We either win or we lose, and if we lose, we go home. And I don't think this team is ready to go home right now. So I kind of took over, and I knew that I wanted my teammates to experience and to enjoy the game tomorrow. So I kind of felt like I needed to do that for them, and I just stepped out, and I'm glad that the shots went in when they had to go in.
For you, Carla, you know, kind of take us through the sequence where you got fouled at the end of regulation and made the free throws. Was that play designed for you, and what were your emotions like at the free throw line to try to put it into overtime?
Oh, well, the emotions were overwhelming for sure, but I tried to calm myself down and just knock those 2. I knew my team needed those, and I'm glad I delivered.
Joe, they pretty much carved you guys up offensively for majority of that game, and then you guys don't allow a point, I think, in the last minute or so in the overtime when you went on that 8-0 run. Just what were they doing to give you guys problems, and what changed there late in overtime?
I think the biggest thing is they're able to put the ball on the floor and attack you. They also have great range to shoot it from 3. And all of a sudden, that puts a great deal of pressure on us defensively. And we tried to get our rotations at times, but we had to make sure that we had the 3 covered. And one of the things we made a change to talk about was we'll give up some baskets, but we're not going to give up that extra point. And that extra point is how we play. And so when you take a look at this game, we made 5 more threes than San Diego State. Well, that's 5 extra points. That's the difference in the ball game. And so it's by design, but it makes it difficult when they're scoring layups and you're sitting there wondering if you're going to be able to stop them at some point in time, but it's very much by design.
Marta, what were you guys saying? What was the mood when they were up 64-63 with just over a minute left in overtime? You knew you had to get stops.
Yeah, we were just saying that we were going to get it, that we just needed to step back defensively, make some shots on offense, and that the game was ours. I think the last 2 minutes of the game, we didn't have any doubt that we were going to end up getting the win tonight.
For any 2 players, I mean, you're playing Boise State for a championship, the first time you guys have ever been in this championship game. So I imagine you're happy to be there, but you're not satisfied either. So what are your thoughts, just early thoughts of playing Boise for the 3rd time for a championship?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's huge. We've never been in a championship game. it's kind of crazy to represent the state of Wyoming in the championship game, but I think it's just one more game, like 40 minutes, we start from 0-0, like nothing is going to change from that, so we just need to come, play our game, and whatever happens, happens, but as coach told us in the locker room, we just need to enjoy the moment that we're living and just think that it's a great experience for us to be able to actually play in that game.
Over here, to your left.
Marty, you said the pressure was off at the end of the game. I feel like that's counter to what most people would think. Why was the pressure not on in that situation?
I mean, it's just our teammates, the coaching staff. They make you feel like there's nothing really going on. Like it's just you're maybe like practicing. Like you make, you miss. We just move on, and just knowing that there is actually pressure there, but no one is really actually like telling you that you have to do something. It's just whatever happens, happens, and we just move on. And I think that really helps. And just having everybody else around you telling you, we're gonna get this, don't worry, we're gonna get this, just makes you feel way better and we're comfortable when you're shooting and when you're on the free throw line.
And Carla, I know you said you were trying to calm yourself at the free throw line. Can you take us through those moments? Like, what do you do? How do you calm yourself down as loud as it was, with as much at stake as it was?
I try just to take a couple of deep breaths, as coach always tells me. Take a deep breath and just imagine as you're in practice. Shoot those free throws like you would shoot any other, and that's how I got relaxed.
Joe, you've obviously, in the back here, you've obviously had some battles with Boise State the last couple of years. They had two different players, each scored 30 the last two games. What makes them so tough? What are your thoughts on them for tomorrow?
Well, the biggest thing with Boise is very well coached, have a number of offensive weapons. When you take a look at the three guards that they can put out on the floor, all three of them can score over 30 points at any point in time. And I think that their post players are very active. They rebound really well. So when I take a look at Boise, they're very deserving of being a champion of the Mountain West Conference. They have all the pieces that you want to put together, and so it'll be a big challenge for us tomorrow.
Anything else for student athletes or coach?